Hi, this is Pranav Goa Thakurta from EduTV, the first education channel dedicated to uplift education in Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, Middle East, and Africa in principles, educationists, learners, and our favorite program. It's a matter of principle. Today, our guest is Dr. Datta, the famous Dr. Swarup Datta, Principal, MSM English School and Junior College, Malkapur, Maharastra. He is the Zonal Coordinator and Master Trainer for CBSE. He is advisor to Zoom Class Technology, member CBSE Review Committee, founder president Buldhana Sahodaya School Complex. He is also the first school principal who is mastering black belt in Six Sigma quality. And this was just one-fourth of his profile. Welcome you, sir. As you are a career counselor from UCLA and also running the junior college, we would request you to advise the passing out 12th graders of not only your school, students of Pan India and abroad. Over to you, Dr. Datta.
Yeah, good, Mr. Pranav. It's a pleasure to be on EduTV. And as far as the 12th graders are concerned, this is the time of the board exam right now. We are expecting the board exam in another 1.5 months from now. So, I have a 9-point advice schedule for all the 12th graders. Around 20 lakh students from CBSE appearing this year for the board exams. The first thing that I advise the 12th graders is when they're going for this board exam, to have confidence in themselves. Swami Vivekananda said that in earlier days, an atheist is someone who does not have confidence or faith in God. And he said in the modern times, he is an atheist who does not have confidence in himself or herself. So the first point that I would recommend is have confidence. The second thing is, as the exam is approaching, the children need to keep their mind calm and stress-free. They need not panic. Yes, this is an important board exam for sure, but this is not life. There's much more left to life after the board exams. So they have already appeared in the 10th exam. They know how the feel of the board exam is like. And this exam, this is the second exam they are appearing, major exam. But then again, though there are expectations from others, from parents, from society at large, but they need not be bogged down by that expectation and keep calm. The third point that I would recommend is, make notes when you study. That's very, very important. I have a 5-point reading program that I normally recommend to my children. That is, when you get the book in your hand, instead of going through each and every line slowly, go for a speed reading at first. Complete the lesson very fast, understanding what is there, all the topics and subtopics. After that, you go to the questions at the back, and especially the NCERT book questions. CBSE has strongly recommended this year that children should pay more attention to the NCERT questions. Without solving the NCERT questions, they have the tendency to jumping into other reference books, which is not at all advisable. First do the NCERT right, then go for other reference books. And when you are reading, after the speed reading, see the questions, come back. After that, you go for a detailed reading. You will be able to relate the answer of those questions when you read. And then make a flow chart when you are reading, mentioning the major points and subpoints, which will act as a ready reckoner, just before the exam. You need not read the entire book before the exam. You can just browse through those pages and get a clear idea what exactly it contains. So this is a type of reading strategy I advise. The next is keep calm on the day of the exam. Many students keep for the last minute to be calm. They need to finish the syllabus early and go for a repeated number of revisions. And especially on the day of the exam, they have to start early from home, keeping in mind the traffic conditions, because many times we have seen that because of traffic, the children get delayed and then they panic, and the exam, they are not able to give it properly. So this has to be kept in mind, that do not panic in the last moment. Mastering the time management skill is very important. Prioritizing, the child needs to understand what is his priorities and set the priorities right and prepare accordingly, so that time does not just cramp up for him. When he's revising the syllabus right now, there will be doubts that creep up, right? So these doubts he need to address in proper time without procrastinating, talking to the teachers, his friends, referring to the internet if needed. So all the doubts need to be cleared. And as he clears his doubts, he will be or she will be getting confidence, because more number of doubts left before the exam, the confidence level goes down. The next is, of course, getting proper rest, because it's highly advisable that the brain gets at least 7 to 8 hours of rest. So start preparation early so that you don't need to keep, your night oil burning. Yes, it's always advisable to go to bed early and wake up early so that your mind is fresh. Having a systematic approach is very important. Right now, they need to have a proper timetable chalked out, that how many chapters are there in that particular subject, how many days, how many hours are needed to complete those. And as the schedule is made beforehand, they can just follow the schedule. This will also help them to reduce the panic, because otherwise, all of a sudden, they will realize half of the syllabus is left. I do not have time. That should not happen. Speed and agility is very important in the board examination. So I strongly recommend, these test papers, previous year's question papers, exam papers that are published by different publications. They need to start a stopwatch and start, practicing those exams within a given time frame. This will help them to get into that exam mode of, mind frame. During the lockdown, it was a big setback that children were not in the exam frame. They were getting help from Google and then solving the paper at their own sweet time. But right now they have to understand that 3 hours are allotted or 2 hours are allotted. In that time, they have to complete the paper. So this needs repeated practice. And that can only happen when they do the practice themselves. Yeah, school will of course conduct, mock tests, but that is not enough. So every child should at least solve the last 5 to 6 years of question paper. And apart from that, some practice papers as well. And on that have confidence. That's one important thing. And they have to understand that, that 12th exam is important. But again, we have seen that children who have not done so well in the board exam as well, they have still reached a great height in their lives. So they have to understand that no matter what, it is one of board exam, and it can go well, it can go bad as well. So they have to be open for both. If they're open for both, then their stress level automatically goes down. And it is scientifically proven that if your stress level is down, you are in a calm frame of mind, your performance will automatically go higher. Another important point they have to understand is the emphasis on board exam has been reduced by the NEP. The NEP clearly tells that now the board exam will be not as important as it used to be in terms of the CEUET being rolled out, the Common University Entrance Test. So despite some children not being in the right frame of mind during the board exam, they can still appear for the CUET and crack the CUET to get admission in the top colleges of the central universities. So CUET is another thing that I would strongly advise the children to appear for, even they're going for the board exam, because in the days to come, the CUET score is going to be one single score that will open the doors of different universities for him, just like it does, like SAT does for US and Canadian students. So don't panic. That's the mantra. Have faith in yourself. Prepare well. And as it said, that more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. So it's very important that children, when the time is still there, it's still 1.5 months, 2 months is there. And I strongly believe that I have myself done it many times, that any exam, if you give solid 90 days, you can crack that exam with flying colors. So even if you have not started your revision right now, or you're not completed your syllabus, I would still advise, still there is time, go for it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Swarup. And I'm sure this will help all the students, pan-India, as well as abroad also. And I found really very important and interesting things from you, like speed reading and start early for the examination. But a lot of panic is there. And that's how they spoil the paper also. Thank you so much, Dr. Dutta. I know you are in a rush to go to Nasik. Fine. Have a nice journey. And thank you so much, sir. Bye-bye.
I am Harshini Sudarshan. I am a grade 12 student studying at Delhi Public School, Bangalore East. For those of you who are watching, At EduTV, we are having a program where we conduct talks and interviews between students and university outreach heads in order to find out more about the colleges that we want to join in, and what these colleges and universities are offering to us. So, all of this between a university outreach head and a student in order to get answers to questions that every student like me has. So we're inviting all university outreach heads and students to tune into this. EduTV is also having a taster program, and some of you may know what it is. It is just to get a taste of college life. So students are taken on a visit to the university or the college premises to get a taste of what is actually college life in those 3 or 4 crucial college years of your life. So you get to know about placements, job opportunities, careers of the future, what that college or the university has to offer to you, how campus life is in general. So that's what EduTV has to offer to us. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining with us.